So wheelie from here all the way out of the wheelie spot. True sign of progression on the Moto Garage. What's up guys, John's Moto Garage. We're going to do a quick wheelie update. I've had the bike just over a month, about a month and a half now, and I've been messing around still between sit downs and stand-ups. This has been a progression. At this point, I sit down, stand up. I'm basically at a point where I'm working still on getting that balance point and using that rear brake throughout the entire wheelie, not just at the beginning or the end, but throughout the entire wheelie to keep from flipping back, to really maintain that balance point. And my big focus points have been leaning back and being really as close as I am to that tipping point. So it's kind of scary. I've been practicing stand-ups, so we'll do a few stand-ups and then maybe I'll do a few sit-downs. It's going to be a very short update. At some point I will post videos of my full progression from day one. Now one thing I'm focusing on with these stand-ups is slowing it down and slowing down and slowing it down and leaning back. As you can see, I basically maxed out my wheelie spot place. I'm sure I could start doing longer wheelies, but I just don't have the space for it. So we'll try another stand-up, see if we can get back to the other side, and then maybe do a couple sit-downs. I'll try doing a real slow one on this one. First gear, stock. And the majority of my speed management is with that rear brake, and I'm doing very little to no modulation with the throttle. A little bit, but not a ton. It's primarily that rear brake and then trying to get to that balance point, because the cool thing is when you get to that balance point you can start to slow down. You're not using speed to keep the front wheel in the air because you're at a balance point. Let's do a few more of these. But again, this is about a month and a half in. I was nowhere near this day 1, 2, 3, even 4 weeks in. Oh, lean back just a little bit too far past that comfort zone on that one, so I kind of lost it. Just chasing it out there at the end, kind of lost that one. But again, this is first gear on a 2017 Grom. Stand-ups and sit-downs. I'll do some sit-downs here in a second. Let's see if we can get one more solid stand-up. So you notice here, I'm kind of going between, like, I'm hanging out right at 19 miles per hour. See, I can't go any farther or I'm going to be wrecking, crashing right into there. But yeah, hanging out right around 19 miles per hour. Let's see if we can get one a little bit slower this time. Hang out like 16 to 17. Again, it's that rear brake. Imagine how far we're leaning back. See this one, I'm hanging out. Woo, locking up that rear tire. Good skid there at the end. So you guys have it. Those are sit downs, first gear. I need to learn, stand-ups in first gear on the Grom. And it's all primarily that rear brake and leaning back. Oh yeah, I'm getting tired, sorry. Stand-ups really take it out of me. Effort-wise, it seems like they require a lot more. Let's try a few sit-downs. See how those ones handle. So that's the first time I've gotten a sit down and shifted out of it in the second and kind of kept the wheelie going. Yeah, I haven't really been practicing that, but sometimes I'll just shift into second as I'm maxing out my RPMs. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's do another sit down. Now the thing is, I feel like stand-ups are a lot more forgiving. You have a lot more room, a lot more play when it comes to hitting that balance point and be able to kind of maintain a speed. And with sit downs, it seems like it's a much smaller window that you're working with. Jeez, cutting it real close on that one. Yeah, I need to find a space with place with more space, because then I can actually start practicing, you know, shifting from first to second to third. On the sit downs especially, I think that would be very, very helpful. Try one more sit down. It's hard going that way because, well, actually both ways, depending how the wheelie hits. In addition to trying to balance this, you know, balance up and down, I'm trying to maintain my balance side to side as well. So it makes it a little harder. Let's try one more of these sit downs. Really trying to hit that balance point so that, yeah, so I've basically maxed out my area here, which is a little bittersweet, you know. That's progression, but it's sad because I don't have a better wheelie spot as of yet. This place has been quite dependable thus far. So at the beginning of that wheelie, I did a pretty good job hitting balance point and then letting off the throttle just ever so slightly so that I wasn't going so fast. But anyway, there you have it, you guys. Some sit downs and some stand-ups. I'll do a few more stand-ups here. This is about a month and a half in, and this was my wheelie day one. Just about. I kid you not. So on a Grom. I had done a little bit of practice, and that's it. I was just chasing out because it's all learning technique, but definitely start slow and work your way up. I'll do a video eventually on how I learned to wheelie step by step with each phase. So I break it into different phases. Learn to pop the wheel up, learning to use the rear brake, learning to bring the wheel up a little bit higher, all those different things. I'm at a phase now where I need to learn how to shift. I need to learn how to go at a slower speed. I need to learn how to maintain that balance point a little bit better. That's kind of what I've worked my way up to thus far. But yeah, I will try to post a video at some point where I'm just showing you clips from each stage that I went through learning wheelies. John's Moto Garage, you guys. If you dig the content, be sure to like and subscribe. As always, gracias for tuning in. And let's do one more stand-up. I was gonna see if we could work that stand up all the way up that hill. That would be the ultimate brother. The ultimate brother. Yeah, that would be dope. All right, I'm gonna try two more and then we'll call it good. Gotta get out of here. And this one we'll try to go all the way to where we're going up the hill. Oh, just thinking about it, I'm like exhausted. I think we might be able to try one more. I gotta keep my eyes on the prize there. I go too fast by the end. So wheelie from here all the way out of the wheelie spot. True sign of progression on the Moto Garage. Oh, dude, I'll take it. Very sketchy there at the end, but I made it up. Technically, I think I did it. Cool. So there you have it, you guys. John's Moto Garage. That's a month and a half. I'll say a month and a half. I got the bike October 2nd. Today is November 14th or 15th. I think 14th. Look at all the construction they're doing. And yeah, it's about a month and a half wheelie progress, and honestly I'm farther along than I expected to be, but being at this point now, I'm like, oh, there's just so much more I can do. I want to learn stand-up circle wheelies. I want to learn, you know, second and third gear wheelies, how to shift through wheelies. So there's always that progression that we're working towards, you know.